and welcome to my channel, Single Mom Review. My name is Sherry, and that is spelled C-H-E-R-E. It is spelled a little fancy, but pronounced plain old Sherry. I'm a full-time high school English teacher and a part-time reseller here on YouTube, which, as I've told you many times, is my absolute favorite. I love my subscribers. I love my customers. But I do also have closets on Poshmark. I'm on Mercari. I'm on Depop. And then I have a store on eBay. So if you're interested in checking those out, please go down in my description box, click on that link, and it will take you there. You can see everything I have. If you find something that you like, please send me an email, singlemomreview@gmail.com. I would love to send you a subscriber discount. So anyway, I appreciate you guys being here. I'm kind of a hot mess. I'll talk a little bit more, a little about me time a little bit later, but my air conditioner unit's kind of giving me some more problems today. Actually, just a while ago it started. But anyways, and I just needed to go ahead and jump on and get this done. I was gonna actually have some jewelry put together, and I just didn't have it in me to do that once I had some things going on. But you know, maybe it'll be all right. We'll get through the evening, and then tomorrow maybe I can get somebody to come check it again. It's gonna have to be replaced, but I'll get into all that later. But my son does have 3 friends over tonight because it's the big cavalcade week here in Pahuska, and so I really need things to be okay for this evening. But anyways, I jumped on to go ahead and get this recorded. I don't have any jewelry. I have a few pairs of shoes. I have some gorgeous Brighton loafers. I've got a pair of Michael Kors pink suede slip-on sneakers. I've got some Sam Edelman tan suede ballet flats. I've got a few clothing items. Let's see, I've got a Cabby blue floral Take 2 tank. It's gorgeous. I have one myself. I've got a cute pair of rayon slacks. They're almost like a linen feel, but they're rayon. They're drawstring baggy waist. And I have another Brighton belt, and I have a little Victoria's Secret sports bra. So wait till the end and I will show you those items. So if you've decided to get a purse or something like that, you might want to throw something in. The one thing I do have on right now that I wanted to show you is this infinity scarf. It is like a kind of a teal. It's got some blues. It's got some shades of green. The velvet, see that coloring? Isn't that just gorgeous? Anyways, I just thought this was really pretty. I put it on with this little black top, and it just adds so much to just a black top. So much. And I just thought it was really pretty. So I threw this on, just trying to put something on to get the show going. And this is $3. Okay. I don't think it's branded. Let me look here. It is pretty wide. I did have it doubled. Actually it does have, no, actually the tag is cut out. So I'm not sure what it was, but the tag is cut out, but it is absolutely gorgeous. So $3. I love the way, the different lights, you know, if you're out in the evening time, the lights make the colors kind of glimmer. I think it's gorgeous. All right, so $3 for that. That gets us started. All right, then the next thing I wanted to do was I had a shout out and a thank you to somebody that I have gotten very close to. I talked just shortly about her on Wednesday evening. Her name is Christina from Stina Resales. I know all of you guys probably know her. We talk, we text, we phone call each other. We've gotten really close. We have big plans to meet up the end of July. Super excited about that. But she's an absolute doll. Well, she had some jewelry bags that were just they were, I don't know, I think they were just wearable jewelry bags. That's the word I'm looking for, wearable jewelry bags. And she would put like one item in there that maybe, I think 2 bags had J. Crew items in there, 2 bags had 925 items in there. And so I ordered one of those from her. Mine actually came with sterling silver hoops. They're beautiful. And then the rest of the bag was filled with wearable jewelry that I will use in, you know, my shipments that I ship out as free gifts and so forth. I just like to have those on hand. Sometimes I give them as gifts to people I know. So anyways, I've kind of gotten addicted to those little wearable jewelry bags from several people, but Christina had some. She got that sent to me. Actually, her sweet mother did some boxing up for her. She did a wonderful job packaging that up. And Christina had texted me and tell me that she said, I found something when I was thrifting for you and I put it in your box. Christina lived in Oklahoma. I don't know if many of you know that previously. And of course she lived around Norman, so she was a big OU fan. But here in my home, we're big OSU fans, Oklahoma State. That's where my oldest son graduated. That's where my dad graduated. My youngest son's going there. And she knows that, you know, my youngest son is going there. And I guess she found this when she was out thrifting. Oklahoma State, Life is Good. Little long sleeve, heathered gray t-shirt. I love it. Actually, you know what? I have a pair of shorts that are that exact orange. So that's what we can be cute. So not only did she send me this, but she also sent me some earrings to go with it. Orange. Orange, you know, is my school colors, high school colors that I teach at also here. Aren't those gorgeous? So I absolutely love it. Thank you, Christina, so much for thinking of me when you saw that. And that means a lot that, you know, you have gotten to be so close with somebody that they know those kinds of things about you. And as they're thrifting, you're on their mind. And anyways, huge shout out and thank you to Christina. I will leave her link down below. If by chance you are not a subscriber to Christina's channel, go check her out. She is phenomenal. She's definitely way over the top, way more professional, way more knows what she's doing than I ever thought about. She's wonderful with jewelry. She does wonderful thrift hauls, wonderful jewelry drawer. She can find the world's best jewelry jars. She's going to try to show me her ways when we meet the end of July, I'm hoping. But anyways, so please do go down, click on her link, go check her out. Even if you click on her link and go over there and say, hey, I was watching Sherry, she gave you a shout out, so I came over here. Just let her know that I sent you, and I hope she knows how important she is to me and her friendship. So anyways, huge shout out to her and thank you. I needed that little Oklahoma State thing. So anyway, all right, so we're gonna first start out. I'm gonna let you know about ordering. If you would like to order, please send me an email to singlemomreview@gmail.com. You can, I will send you a PayPal invoice. Once you get that invoice, you can pay using credit card or debit card. You do not have to be a member of PayPal. If you would also like to pay using Venmo or Cash App, just let me know in your email. We can do that also, no big deal. My shipping is $10 flat shipping for purses. If you get more than one purse, it's still $10. It's not going to ever be more. Actually, I have an item today that's a $12 item. But other than that, it's always going to be $10. The scarf I just showed you would be a $5 ship if that's the only thing that you got. I have a couple of small leather item goods that would be $7 ships. But if you get a couple of those, it's going to bump you up to 10, but it's not going to ever be more than 10. So that's just kind of the lowdown on my shipping. Shipping, I know, did go up, I think, July 15th. I'm keeping my shipping the way it is. If I eat $1 or $2, that's fine. Unless it really starts hammering me, I'm going to try to keep things the way I've been doing them. And anyways, that just makes it a lot easier. You guys know what to expect, and kind of helps you budget a little bit too. All right, so the first thing I have some clearance items. I have about 6 or 7 clearance items. The first thing I have is this black faux suede Turnlock little shoulder bag. Okay. Has a little detail of the gold little what do you call those little kind of nail heads, little studs. So this is about where it is. It's about right here on my hip as a shoulder bag. Super cute. It's a great evening out bag that it's fine if it gets near, you know, like if you're on a cruise ship or on a vacation on a beach, wear this little black bag out for a night out and it's fine. If water splashes on it, you set it down in the sand, it's not going to hurt anything. Like I said, it is faux suede. Now this has crinkled up a little bit, and I'll show you why, because the inside's kind of this harder shell. But I'm actually going to take it out in the sun. Today was a rainy day, so I didn't have a lot of sun, but I'm actually going to take it out in the sun and let it get really warm and then try to put something solid on it and kind of smash that down. It's not a huge deal, but I just notice it sometimes, and so I think, I wonder if I could fix that. But it has a little turn lock here. Okay, you open that up. See how this is, and it just has kind of gotten, actually I think it might be just the material. I think if I got it warm and then just set something on it and made that laid flat, because that's really not bunched up there, I think it would flatten back out. So I may do that. Right there, maybe just needs to be gotten warm and flatten that back out, and I think everything would fall into place. So I'm going to try that. All right. The stuffing out. And here's the interior. Just the faux suede, raw suede interior there. But it's a really cute evening out bag that you don't have to worry about something happening to. Or a prom, a little nice little prom bag, formal bag, because you know you're always setting those down on a table. Somebody spills a drink, you wouldn't hurt that one. So, oh, you might want to know what I marked this down to. I marked this down to $5. This is a $5 little bag, $5. There may be some young teenager that really needs this for some of her things coming up. So $5. All right, the next thing I have is this little Lilly Pulitzer crossbody. It is a beautiful blue. This is called the Amalia. Got your Lilly Pulitzer here. You've got a wooden little bead here. It looks like kind of a horse bit design. This does have a front pocket, pouch pocket there. The chain is removable, but it is not adjustable. But as I showed you guys once before, what you can do is unhook this, thread it through that, and come bring it up, and then hook it on one of the, clamp it on one of those, and it takes, you know, it doubles that gold chain up there and makes it shorter if you need it shorter. It's not going to be longer, but you can make it shorter by doing that. Here it is. It's such a cute little bag. Lilly Pulitzer. People love their Lilly Pulitzer. There's honestly nothing else, or there's nothing really a call out on this at all. The only thing I would say was, I would say maybe this has been in storage and it's just the gold is a little duller than I think it probably originally was. That's kind of, because if you look at the clamp, I think the clamp looks a little bit brighter than the actual chain. Maybe it's meant to be that way. I don't think so. But it's just a little duller. Honestly, you can't ever even tell when it's on that it's like that. There's the back side. You've got, as the zipper pull is a wood bead also that matches that front. And then you've got your interior here. Beautiful blue. You've got a zipper pocket here and a slip pocket on that side. So for this Lilly Pulitzer Amalia in this bright blue, peacock blue, I am marking this down to $32. All right, the next thing I have is this Fossil. This is called the Piper Expandable, because where the zipper is, it's going to be able to expand. Right now I have it zipped up and the two zippers hang right here, and they both have Fossil on them. Now, if you don't want that to hang there, let me show you what it looks like on. I like it hanging there. I just think it adds a little bit. Just my opinion. This is removable and adjustable, but there it is on me. It's kind of a messenger saddlebag type style. Okay. It is removable because it has the hitching post on both ends there that you can just, actually not one end, that, and then that would thread out. But you've got the hitching post right here, and you just untake those apart, and then you can thread it out if you want to take it off and add a guitar strap or something different. You can absolutely do that. As I said, you've got your Fossil branding right there. This is all genuine leather. If you don't want those zippers hanging down the middle like I had it, you can put them both up on the side like that also. Then you don't have them hanging down there. The front here, two magnetic pockets, pouch pockets, kind of like two saddlebag pockets. You've also got Fossil on this zipper pull with a big front pocket here. Then you've also on the back side got another big pocket, and it also has Fossil on that zipper. There is not a key to this. I'm sure you guys have keys if you love your Fossil bags. Another big pocket there. So it's got 4 pockets on the outside before you ever get into the inside. Okay. The things that this has, I will say, is around the bottom edge corners. You've got some rubs there. A little bit of darkening on that leather. I'm sure when you all saw it on me, you didn't notice it because it's really not that noticeable unless you get right up in the light. The back is not too bad. It's just the front corners around those edges there. Got a little bit dark there. Then, if you want to expand it, you're gonna unzip it. Then you can make it be a little bit bigger. It actually gives you quite a bit more room. See how much more room that gives you? And then you would have it like that, okay? Be a little bit more bigger there, a little bit wider. All right, let's look at the inside. You've got your Fossil on your zipper pull here. This pebbled brown leather is scrumptious. Okay, your interior, beautiful. You've got your Fossil branding right here. You've got a zipper pocket here, and you've got 2 slip pockets there. It's a beautiful, beautiful bag. So for this Piper Expandable Fossil bag, I'm marking this down to $25. $25. All right, the next clearance item I have is this Kate Spade. This is the Tenley Gold Crossbody. It's just a gold, metallic gold. It does have just a little wear on the corners, but honestly, with this metallic weathered gold, you honestly can't even see where it is got a little corner wear because it almost just blends in perfectly. It's hard to see it in the light. You get it out of the light, it's even harder. You got your clear plate of Kate Spade New York there. The Crossbody is not it is adjustable, not removable. This is a cute, cute little bag. It's casual and dressy, all wrapped up in one. Very cute. Super cute. All right, this has a front zipper here. Okay, it is the polka dot, black and white polka dot with a little tan polka dot thrown in there. Then it has a top zip closure. And it is the same black and white polka dot. You've got a few tan spades and tan polka dots in there. You've got a slip pocket there. You've got your gold spade there inside. You do have a little bit of that glue right along that line that we talk about quite often. I really scrubbed on it a lot, and so you honestly don't see much of it at all anymore. I scrubbed a lot and got it looking pretty nice. All right, so for this Kate Spade gold metallic Tenley crossbody, I am marking this down to 25 bucks. All right, the next thing I have is this Kate Spade. This is a diaper bag slash weekender bag. It is huge. It has the original crossbody strap with it. It has the shoulder bag handles here, double handles. This is called the Adaira, A-D-A-I-R-A. Adaira, I guess. Adaira. Anyways, it is a black and white, or kind of a black and ivory polka dot. Here it is on my shoulder. I actually thought about keeping this. I have two Vera Bradley weekender duffels. I'm actually thinking about putting those up for sale. If anybody's interested, send me an email. I will tell you what I have and shoot you a price if you're interested. Otherwise, I'll get them out eventually and get them in a sale. But I just love this. So that is as a shoulder bag, and then you can also put it as a crossbody if you want all your hands free. Okay. This is the crossbody is removable and adjustable. It will not go any longer, but it will shorten up some. So you've got your Kate Spade. This is coated canvas polyurethane, except you've got your leather here, and it said you got leather trim. So I'm not sure about the handles, if these are leather trim or that's leather, I'm pretty sure. So it did say leather trim, but the rest of it was the coated canvas polyurethane. This is definitely leather, where you got the Kate Spade New York. Okay, you've got a side pocket here. If you're using it as a diaper bag, that's where you put lots of people put their bottles. Or you can use it if you're using it as a weekender for anything you would like. A gym bag, anything you would like. Water bottle could go in there. Then you've got this opens up. Oh, there was one thing I wanted to show you on the, this is the reason I had marked it down originally. Let's see. There was one of these that had some, oh, right here, some edge coat. Right there, that edge coat was kind of coming off. So it's right there, a little rough right there, but nothing that damages the bag at all. But I did want to show you that. It's a little rough, and it has to do with that edge coat right there. All right. Other than that, I'm sure you probably didn't notice. All right. Here is the interior. It is huge. You have your Kate Spade branding there. You've got your zipper pocket, a huge zipper pocket, a huge slip pocket that has some elastic. And then on this side, you have 2 slip pockets. It's beautiful on the inside. So for the Kate Spade diaper bag slash weekender, Adaira, I am marking this down to $32. $32 for this huge Kate Spade bag. All right, and the last thing I have is this Michael Kors, not Michael Kors. This is the top of the line Michael Kors collection. It is a backpack. Get your Michael Kors branding right here. You've got your coated canvas MK signature all over it. You've got your Michael Kors on your double zips right there, hang down with your leather zipper pulls. The bottom part here does unzip. You can stash your keys, some small things in there if you would like. Then like I said, it is a backpack. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on real fast. You can see what it looks like. These things go for a lot. Isn't that cute? And also, you know, wear it over your shoulder like that, which is how I wear my backpacks. It does have the top carry handle there. All right, so you have one front pocket. It's got your Michael Kors zipper. So it's a pretty big, nice size pocket. There is a couple of ink marks down there. I will show you once I open this other. You can't even see them from there. They're so far down. Another Michael Kors zipper. You've got your interior here that is beautiful. You have Michael Kors branding right there. Like I said, it's the Michael Kors, not Michael Kors. This is a very, very, very deep pocket. You've got a zipper pocket here. On this side, you have, I think it's 4 slip pockets. You have 2 up top and then 2 down below. And the interior, oh, you also have a key fob right here, but it is really nice on the inside. Okay, the front part, like I told you, had, you can see those little ink marks in there. They're really far down in there. Okay, also, okay, see how this is folded over and you don't even see it, but if you pull this back, you can see a little bit of that glue kind of discoloration, just a little bit. I've actually scrubbed on this an awful lot too, so it's a little bit harder to see now, but you see that? And it's such a straight line, you know it's the glue. That's probably, this pocket's probably the one that's the most. But like I said, when that zipper, like it's meant to be, is rounded like that, you have to almost pull that back to see it. So anyways, I am marking this Michael Kors down to $75. $75. All right, now we are into some other bags. I have, first I'm going to start with some littles. I have this, let's see, Kate Spade. This is the Tinie, T-I-N-I-E, Laurel Way Gold Wristlet. This is new without tags. You've got your original gold wristlet here. Okay. New without tags. It's a gold metallic. This would go perfectly with that. So let's open, oh, actually the front here, you got your Kate Spade branding right there. Got a zipper pocket there. Okay. And then you've got your, opens up. There is your interior. You've got some credit card slips right there. new without tags, Kate Spade, gold metallic, wristlet, $25. All right, then we have this Brahmin, beautiful wallet, beautiful bifold wallet. This is the Addy wallet, A-D-Y wallet. This is in a silver gray croc embossed leather with brown leather here and black leather here. So it's kind of a triple, a tritone, which is, those are the ones that everybody really searches for, the tritones. On the back side of this, you've got your Brahmin zipper pull. Here is, you got a little slip pocket, or excuse me, coin pouch there. Then it's gonna open up. You have an ID holder, you have credit card slips, you have a slip pocket, slip pocket, slip pocket, and more credit card slips. It snaps together. Beautiful. It could go with a black bag, a brown bag, silver bag. Gorgeous. So for this Brahmin Addy bifold, I'm asking $49 for it. $49. All right. The next thing I have is this Coach Vintage. This is the Peyton Tattersall plaid wristlet. It does have a little bit of darkening around the leather here in different spots. The back here, I think that is a water spot of some sort. I conditioned the dickens out of it. Somebody else may be able to use Doc Martens Wonder Blossom and be able to really do a little bit more in-depth cleaning on that. It feels wonderful. The leather feels wonderful. So I conditioned the dickens out of it, but I didn't go to the extent of what you need to do to get that all, or make it all that dark color, which is another thing I could have done. I could have possibly put some water on the other parts, I guess. I don't know. I've never tried that. And darkened everything. I don't know. It's a possibility. Got your original wristlet here. The zipper pull is missing. I do have a zipper pull. I actually meant to add that on here before the show, but as I told you, yeah, I was a hot mess and kind of depressed when I started this video because of the air conditioner issue, and so that didn't happen. But I have it in a drawer. I'll put it on there. So you've got your Coach branding right here. This is vintage anyways, so things like that are going to be sometimes with vintage. It gives it character. But this is the plaid Tattersall. Got your coat, got your plaid. It's all the different vibrant colors. Okay. Having the original wristlet is huge on these, on the little vintage wristlets. All right, so if you open this up, I was going to show you the corner, or since it's vintage, I'm going to make sure we look at those pretty good. The inside is nice. There's the inside. Got a one slip pocket right here. So for this Coach vintage plaid Tattersall pouch, I am asking $22 for it. $22. All right, the next thing I have is this Liz Claiborne little handbag crossbody. I added the crossbody strap to this because it was missing when I got this. It is like a pewter. I call it more of a pewter than a silver. It's a beautiful gunmetal pewter color. Metallic. You got your Liz Claiborne here. Faux leather handles. Like I said, this is a crossbody strap that I added. The back does have a pocket here. Here is your bottom. It does have a couple of little kind of scuffs. This looks like it's a little bit darker in places. See where that's maybe not as bright. Was there another spot? Maybe there. Looks like it just got rubbed a little bit. I think probably in storage, because otherwise I don't really see a lot of showing that this was used much. So I think it's just from storage. Let's see here. This is how it looks as a crossbody. It's a really cute disco night. This bag would be the hit. It's I love the pewter metallic. Let's see. Oh, also, as if you wanted to do it in the crook of your arm. Oh, that's cute. So you have Liz Claiborne on the zipper pull here. And there's the interior. It is like I said, it's like it's not been used. You got your Liz Claiborne branding there with a zipper pouch. So for this Liz Claiborne handbag, little satchel, crossbody, I am asking $15. $15 for that little bag. Let's see. The next one I have here is this, oh, one of a kind. You call it the Mura Pehnec. Mura Pehnec. M-U-R-A-P-E-H-N-E-C. This bag, when I first saw this bag, I didn't think it was, I thought it was faux. It's not. It is all real leather. If you do Google this, that is kind of the style of this brand, is just the different colors, the different embossings in their bags. They're very, very, very unique. There's not very many in the United States, or that I saw on any platforms. But you have, this is leather around the edge. It's kind of a croc embossed hot pink. You've got this snake or lizard, I don't know what you would call that, embossing here on this leather. That's a kind of a burgundy color. You've got up here, you've got a lizard with a different kind of embossing here also, with a leather in a teal little handbag. On the back, you've got this navy blue, kind of an alligator croc embossed, ostrich maybe. I don't really know what that is. Leather there. So very different. It did not come with the crossbody. So I added a hot pink crossbody. I thought that went pretty well. Just with the wild colors, you could almost use anything with this little bag. But here it is as a crossbody. Isn't that cute? If you want a bag that nobody else is going to have and everybody's going to go, where did you get that bag? This is the bag. You can also carry it as a little in the crook of your arm. Oh my gosh, with a hot pink dress, this little bag in the crook of your arm would be, oh my goodness. You would be the talk of the party about your bag, your handbag. All right, so this snaps open. As you can see here, this wonderful, I mean like butter soft leather. The interior is a canvas hot pink. You've got a slip pocket over here. Here is the, it says 100% genuine leather, calf and lamb. It's from Calf and Lamb. And it is handmade and unique, made in Croatia. So this is handmade also. Great bag. What a great collection bag. So for this, I don't know how you say it, Mura Pehnec bag, I am asking $35 for her. All right, the next thing I have is this Marc Jacobs. This isn't a Marc by Marc Jacobs. This is a Marc Jacobs. Black nylon crossbody. Beautiful. Let's see here. Here is, it is not removable, but it is adjustable. I love this bag. I love Marc Jacobs and I love this bag. Like I said, this strap is leather, so it is leather. It's also, the buckle is marked Marc Jacobs. Like I said, this is black nylon. There are some bags that are marked by Marc Jacobs like this, but they do say Marc by Marc Jacobs. This is Marc Jacobs New York. Got your branding there. You've also got this little pouch right here. It has a magnetic flap there. So we're going to open that magnetic flap. Here you have a pull-out ID holder. Okay, you put your ID there. You can actually put a credit card or something behind it too. There's enough room there if you're, using it, to store a few things. But you also have that pocket there. This is a hitching post, so you can remove this. Actually, you can remove this actual ID. Now this is going to stay hooked there, but you can actually remove the actual ID badge thing if you would like to. Okay, we're going to put that back in there for now. Now the inside, this front section here, you've got your Marc Jacobs New York there. You've got a slip pocket there, and then you've got two slip pockets on this side. Okay, then you have this top that unzips. You've got your Marc Jacobs on the zipper there. Okay, it unzips all the way around, and then you've got all the way down in there for things. So it's a pretty nice size bag. Okay, so for this Marc Jacobs New York black nylon leather trim, I am asking $40. $40. All right, the next thing I have is, this is a bag that I was carrying, and I stopped carrying it when I went on vacation because I took a Fucci. If you know what a Fucci is, not a Gucci, but a Fucci. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I took that because that is something I do like to take on vacations, because especially like if it's at the beach and things like that, I can set it down in the sand. Like we were taking family pictures right before we went to dinner, so I had my bag with me. I was not petrified to set it in the sand as we were taking pictures. I could set it on the cabinet when we came in. Everybody was staying in the condo. If somebody would have spilled a drink, it would have been okay. So anyways, I will be getting, moving that along. So if you're interested in that Fucci, send me an email. I'll send you some pictures if you want to look at it. It does have a dust bag and everything that comes with it. Probably show it at some point in time, but if you're interested in it, let me know. It is a crossbody. Very, very cute. But this was what I was carrying before that, and sometimes I just decide to change. I probably should have had black in the summertime anyways, but when I found this bag out thrifting, I loved it. This is a Vince Camuto. It even has that little tassel, or that little hang tag there. You've got this kind of a little, what would you call that? I don't know. Looks almost like a half of a horse bit there. On the back side here, you've got a slip pocket. It is not removable, but adjustable. I really love this bag. I use this bag a lot. It is really versatile. The pebbled black leather is just scrumptious on this bag, but it's still nice to the point of being lightweight enough that you don't feel like you're bogged down when you're carrying it. Okay, so it has a snap. It does have a really nice kind of a velvet interior. It has a front area here that actually zips on both sides. So that opens up into an accordion style. So you've got a nice little pocket here, and you've got credit card slots right there. And you don't have to necessarily unzip it to get into that, but if you want it to be a little bit bigger, you can still get into it without unzipping it. And then The interior is like, it's that gray suede. It's so pretty, not suede, but like a velvet. And you have a zipper pouch on this side, and you have 2 slip pockets on that side. So for this black, gorgeous pebbled leather crossbody Vince Camuto, I am asking $32 for it. $32. It's a gorgeous bag. $32. All right. The next thing I have is this Coach. This is the gray multi Soho linen shoulder bag. Okay. So you've got this kind of a linen. It's signature C, but you can see some pastel colors in here if you get, because you've got some peaches in there. It does have its gray hang tag that matches the gray leather detail that you have here. You've got your Coach right there on the buckle also. The handles on this are wonderful. Gray shoulder bag handles. Let's see. Here is the bottom. It's really nice. You've got your sides there. So let's see what this looks like on as a little shoulder bag. It's very cute. And this is a great summer fall bag because you've got your gray, but still it's light. So it's really gorgeous bag. Okay. This is a little snap here. It's going to snap open. And it does just lay back like that when you have it snapped open. Then you have 3 compartments on the inside. So the back side will start here, has your Coach Creed with a zipper pocket. Then your middle section is your zippered area. Okay. Then your front section, or yeah, your front section here has your 2 slip pockets. So everything's very nice on this bag. It's a gorgeous Coach linen bag, and this is $48. $48. She's so pretty. All right, the next thing I have is, turn the page. All right, the next thing I have is this Coach. This is Penelope Ivory Satchel. I love this one. You've got your Coach right there. Can you see that embossed right there? This is an ivory, but you've got this patent yellow hang tag along with the zipper pulls are a patent yellow. I think that just adds so much gorgeousness to this bag. So like I said, this is ivory. Here you've got the front has this front zip pocket, which is a satin kind of a yellow interior. Here's your back side. Let's see, is that open? Nope. Okay, here's your side and your side. Here is your bottom. Now it does have a little bit of corner, not a lot, but a little, kind of just worn down more so than anything. Really not a lot of coloration change, so you really don't even notice it. Let's see, the handles, I'm trying to remember. Okay, the handles right here, you've got a few spots where the edge coat came off. It's not still tearing off. It just is like it came off in that little area. You know what, I was going to paint that. I need to do that. Not with edge coat, but just paint it black so you didn't see that. And I didn't do that. I will do that. The same thing with right here. You got another spot. See where it's not coming off. It's not still flaking off, but just that little bit came off. So just to make it more unique, I am going to go ahead and put black there. I just, like I said, when I actually got ready to film, I was just like, I'm ready to go. I was over it. The air conditioner pushed me over the edge. I was not as prepared. And so then right here is another one of those spots. I think that's it. That's it. So just those 3 little areas that I was going to just take some black leather paint and paint there. Because basically all your edge coat is something that just kind of makes it look pretty, gives it a little bit of pop where that leather comes together. And so it doesn't affect the integrity. It just makes it look a little cleaner, maybe is the word I'm looking for. So I'm going to do that. And then if you are able to do edge coating, if you have the patience, and I hear it's pretty easy, you could do that yourself if you would like to. I think it's fine. I love the ruffled top. I love that. I think it adds so much to the bag. So here it is. It is not, there's no crossbody hooks, so it's definitely just a shoulder bag. Is that gorgeous? It is a wonderful pebbled ivory color. Now the ruffle, because that's all gathered, because it's gathered like a ruffle, you can see just the edge coat has a few, it's really hard to see, a few little cracks. Honestly, you can't even hardly see it, but I just wanted to point it out. You really can't notice it, but but it's meant to be that ruffled look, and with time the edge coat's just kind of cracked in those areas. But like I said, you honestly can't even see it, and you have to be like this, because if it's like this, you never notice it. So this bag also has 3 areas. Okay, so we'll start at the back like we did the last time. You get your coat branding there, your creed. You've got a big zipper pocket here. Then you've also got your middle section zip pocket with your yellow patent leather zipper pull. So the interior is more of a, I would call it a gold, not a bright gold, like a dull gold. Okay, so this actually has a snap zipper, and then this area is a snap, and this area has 2 slip pockets. So this is the Penelope. For the Penelope shoulder bag, ivory, I'm asking 45. 45 for her. All right, the next thing I have is this. This is a lot of leather. This is by Anthropologie. Okay. This is Lucky Penny by Anthropologie. This is like a very neutral, kind of a sea green. It's almost like it's a gray with a sea green tint. It is so neutral you almost don't notice the green unless you're just really looking at it. Then you start to notice it, or the right lighting. This bag is so much leather. It is a huge bag that just has so much leather. As you know, Anthropologie makes some pretty amazing bags. Okay. This is, I would call this kind of a duffel satchel. So there it is. Okay. You could use this as a duffel. You can use it as a purse. It's meant to be a purse, but this thing's big. So this is all leather. Now, there is no edge coating on this. It's meant to be a raw leather. So it's not like the edge coat came off. The ends of each of these have a magnetic pocket. The interior are little tulips, yellow tulips. So here you've got a pocket. It does have the scalloped detail leather around the edging. You've got a magnetic pocket on that end. Okay. Your front here has this scalloped detail. You got that detail there that goes down through here. That is a magnet, okay? So that's a magnet. Even if you don't thread it through there and you just go like that, it's gonna stay on the magnet. Open it like this. You've even got the tulip there. Here you got another little pouch. Open that up. It is magnetic also, okay? Then you've got your main compartment. Oh, actually, I forgot. Not only did we have these two pouches on the end, you also have another area. Good gosh, I almost forgot. So there's even the bigger area, okay? Got that area and that pouch. On this side, like I said, you've got that little pouch here, but then you've got another area. Okay, there that is. All right, so now the top. All the zipper pulls are that same little scalloped leather. Beautiful interior. It is huge. Here you've got your yellow with your zipper pull here. It does say Lucky Penny, which is an Anthropology. Over here you've got two slip pockets, and then it is just a huge, beautiful bag. So for this Anthropology, lots of leather duffel bag satchel, I am asking $32 for this little satchel. I shouldn't say little, it's not little. All right, the next thing I have is this Tianello little black satchel. Okay. I added this crossbody strap. It's got the little tassel here. Got your T for the Tianello. It did have some edge coat on that little leather strap. This is leather here. The little strap's leather. This bag is leather except for some trim is man-made. This is not. This is all leather. The handles, I think these are man-made just because there's some areas that I will show you in a minute. So on this little bag, it is definitely a little tote satchel bag. Not cute. You've got your silver rivets there that are detailing there and there. It's a beautiful, wonderful, buttery leather. You have a front pocket here. I think you have one on the back too. Yes, a back pocket there. Okay. I love the way that it comes up and then it's kind of it's longer at the top rather than the bottom. I love that little tote look. The handles have where there were some marks right there. I painted a lot of those marks in so that they did look pretty consistent with the bag. There was some edge coating that had came off. I filled that in with paint. So honestly, you don't really see it unless you are really, really looking for it. I will tell you, it does feel a little different just when the edge coating is very smooth here. It's not like it's rough, it's going to scratch you, but it just can feel a little bit different. You're the one carrying your bag, so you'd be the only one that would feel that. You can carry it like a little satchel on the crook of your arm. It's also got the shoulder straps are also long enough to kind of go up like that if you wanted to wear it that way, or you can lay the straps down and use your crossbody. The original crossbody, I don't know if it had an original crossbody. I chose to add this just because I felt like it gave the bag a little bit more dimension by adding the crossbody feature to it. So I did that myself. So here you have the T on your zipper pull for Tianello. Has a beautiful Tianello satin striped interior. You've got your Tianello there. You've got your zipper pocket here. You've got 2 slip pockets. I want to say this had, I thought it maybe had a ink somewhere. I'm not seeing it. I don't see it. Might have been another purse I was thinking of. I don't see anything in there. Okay, so for this Tianello, my favorite thing about this bag, I love the shape, I love the silver detail, and I love this tassel that you don't see very often on a Tianello. Oh, and it also has Tianello on the side over here too. Oh, let me show you the bottom. The bottom corners were pretty good, if I do say so myself. Really see a lot there. There was one, let me show you that. I felt like right there, the edge coat, it's still all there. Honestly, I don't really see anything now. I felt like I saw something when I was cleaning. Actually, I think I felt that bump that goes right there where that little, where it makes a T. But anyways, so for the Tianello, I am asking $25. 25. All right, the next thing I have is this, I think you call it valise tote. This is like a camel, like a tan suede here, and then you've got the leather that runs through it here. Okay, and then your back side is that all leather. It's wonderful leather. What color would you call that? I love this color. It's a beautiful color. Here is the bottom. It's also in leather. Okay. It has your, tote little handles that are in great condition. They're raw handles. They're meant to be that way. There's meant to be no edge coating really. Actually, there is a little bit of edge coating. They're raw on the back sides, what I meant. Then you do have the original crossbody or shoulder strap. So you can, wear that on your shoulder like that. Okay. Or it actually fits. I'm 5'4", it actually fits me okay if I wanted to do a crossbody to free up my hands, but it doesn't go any longer than this, okay? Or you can, put it on like that if you actually needed to, or carry it in the crook of your arm also. This bag has just your regular suede, where things look a little different. Right there's a little tiny lighter spot. The corner, I really used a suede eraser and really did a lot of cleaning, so you honestly can't really see much anymore. But the corners were just a little bit darker originally, and I've almost got it all cleaned up. So honestly, besides like that little lighter spot there, you get some dots right there that are a little bit of lighter spots. Honestly, there's really not a whole lot more on the suede that was the matter, except for right down here, there are 2 tiny dots. Now you could put another emblem there. You could, do whatever you wanted to with that. You honestly don't see it. I'm sure whenever I was showing it to you guys, you probably never noticed it. I almost wonder if this didn't have the V-E-L-E-Z, the valise branding right there, and it came off. That's what I don't know why else there would be 2 little dots there. That's what that's just in my mind what I think. valise is made out of the country, and so there's not a whole lot of these. I don't think there was anything like this on any of the platforms that I looked at. So you definitely would have a bag that probably nobody else is carrying. You've got your valise right there on the buckle. The thing I did like about this bag, this little tote bag, let me look at the handles real fast. Make sure that they... Now I will tell you one thing about the handles are, look, they're a little different. See how that's different than that? I think it's made, I'm sure it's made that way, because your leather that's on this side is that smooth leather. You do have a tiny darkening right there. And then the leather that's on this side is just a little bit more of the pebbled leather. So just a little bit of difference. It's just the different types of contrast, like the suede on one side and the leather on the other, just the contrasting. But what I was saying was different is lots of times on totes like this, the top doesn't zipper. This does. So you have the zipper pull that has valise on it. Okay. The zipper open. This is the original crossbody strap that came with the bag. It's a beautiful burnt orange interior. I mean, beautiful. It's almost like it's, I don't even know if I'd call that a burnt orange. I would call it more of a, I don't know, apricot, like a dark apricot coral. You got your valise right there. This is your zipper pocket. Your lining is also of the valise, and it is like it's not a shiny satin, but it feels like satin, kind of a matte satin. I don't know what it's made from, but it's gorgeous. It is just beautiful. So you've got your two slip pockets on this side. Like I said, you had your zipper pocket and your creed on that side. The bag is made in Colombia. So it's a gorgeous bag. Like I said, definitely going to be one of a kind if you carry this. And I am asking $25 for this. All right, the next thing I have is this Haute Shore, like weekender duffel bag in the camo with the hot pink and orange stripe. You've got your kind of a bungee rope handles that go down. The bungee rope goes down right there also. Okay, the back side is the same. It actually snaps open to be a huge duffel if you want that. There's the bottom side. It's in wonderful, like new condition. You want to wear it as a shoulder bag. Got it like this. Okay. Now if you want to pop open, it goes out like that. And then you've got a big duffel like that. Okay, this would be a great beach bag, baseball park bag, weekender bag. So you've got a snap on the front, on the interior here. Okay, it is huge. Here is the interior. Okay, you've got your Haute Shore there. Got a little pouch right here. It is hot pink. Okay, you have this big clip here. It actually had a pouch originally. The pouch is not with it, but you could put any other kind, hot pink pouch, black pouch, camo pouch, clip whatever you want to clip onto this. But you have this bungee cord clip in here to clip something else, but that wasn't what it was originally for. There was a little pouch that was with it. So for this Haute Shore camo hot pink tote. I'm asking 25. 25 for it. All right, the next thing I have is this, I don't know how you say it, L-G-I-N, Legin, maybe? It is like a briefcase, messenger bag. It could be for a male or female, definitely unisex. It would be gorgeous for a male. I love this huge, thick leather shoulder. You get a thick, wide band strap like this, and it does not cut into your shoulders. Oh my gosh. Has a beautiful... Okay, I'm back. Sorry for that interruption. My son and his friends came in for the evening, so I had jumped off because with the air conditioner thing, trying to be in the one part of the house that still has the unit that's going, I had to be moved out of the room that I was in. And so anyways, I am picking up the next evening, and I do have the cabbie shirt that I'm going to show you later on this time. Surprise, new confusion. I had my AC person come this afternoon. And I also called and scheduled to have the guy come for the estimate on the new unit for Monday also. My regular guy came today. He was like, yeah, he's like, I think it's losing bring on faster. And so I said, well, I have an appointment on Monday for them to come give me an estimate, get the ball rolling on getting the unit put in. So it was after he left, he was like, okay, well, we're going to keep you going until that happens. He left. It's been fine most of the day. And then I came in here to video and it wasn't cool back here anymore. Went to the outside unit. It was not running. Went to my fuse box, and the AC breaker had flipped. So I tripped it back, or I put it back. It had tripped, so I put it back on, and it just immediately kept tripping off. That happened on my other unit, and it was the outside unit, what they call grounded, which means it just basically the electrical part of it just grounds out. And so anyway, I think that's what happened. So I think it's kaput. So good thing I have a scheduled thing coming Monday. My son and his friends went over to his dad's to stay even before this happened. My oldest son and his girlfriend and my granddog, Tilly Mae, they're coming to spend the night tonight. And so anyways, we're going to have to figure out where to put people to keep it cool, because the one that went out is the bedroom back section of the house unit. So anyways, we're almost to the end. I have 3 bags left. I was in the middle of one of those, and then the shoes and the clothes, and that's it. All right, so I was in the middle of this one, the LGIN. I was showing you the strap and this beautiful buckle that I really like. I just feel so out of whack. Right before I came into film, I realized this, so please forgive me. I got a lot going on. Okay, this beautiful buckle. It's beautiful black leather. It is really in perfect condition. I shouldn't say perfect, but I don't see any call outs on it. I really conditioned it very well. It did have, like, where it had some dust and stuff on the bottom. Of course, I used tub of towels and then conditioned it, so that's all gone. The corners don't even have rubs, really. It's really nice. You open it up, and this part's even all leather. It actually has a zipper top there, which I love. For lots of times messenger bags just open up and they don't have a zipper top there. I love it that this does. It's a nice size, and like I said, this kind of strap does not cut into your shoulder. It's wonderful. So here it is. So the back did have a big slip pocket here, You open it up. You have this zipper pocket on the front that's really huge. Then, like I said, you have the zipper top part. Open that. It's wonderful leather. And there's this section. It is beautiful inside. There's your LGIN. You've got a zippered pocket on that side. I don't think there's any slip pockets in here. Nope. It's just beautiful on the inside. You have this zipper pocket and this big pocket on the back, and then you have your zipper pocket inside. I just love all the leather. So for this LGIN unisex messenger bag, I am asking $25 for it. That's a steal for all this leather. $25. All right, I skipped a small bag previously. I realized this is the Fossil. This is what they call faded indigo blue. It's the Sydney Satchel crossbody. It does have the original crossbody. This bag is gorgeous blue. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. This actually goes really good with this top. You've got your Fossil right here. It is a double zip with the leather that hangs there. I think that's really beautiful like this. It doesn't have the key, but if you're a Fossil lover, you probably have one. You can easily put on there. The handles are wonderful. The back here has a little slip pocket right here. The corners are beautiful. The bottom's beautiful. Does it have, I thought sometimes it'll have Fossil on the side, but it didn't, I guess, because it has it there on the front. The front does not have a pocket. I couldn't remember if it did. So if you're going to wear this as a little satchel, you can kind of put it in the crook of your arm, which it's cute, cute, cute like that. The crossbody is adjustable and removable. If you're going to wear it as a crossbody, got it like this. Very pretty. Go. Now this is going to zip all the way down on both sides, which means it opens up really wide, which I really like that too. Or you can, you know, you can only do the top. If you just want it, if you don't want it to open up like that, you can just do the top and get into it like that. You know, some people don't want it, everything falling out like me. So you could just unzip both right there and just have a regular satchel there. Or you can unzip it all the way and get something bigger in there that you needed to get in there. You've got your Fossil branding right there. You've got a zip pocket and you've got a little slip pocket there. The interior is gorgeous. So for this little Fossil faded indigo blue Sydney satchel, I am asking $48. This color is gorgeous. And the last thing I have, purse-wise, bag-wise, is this Macizo. This is a hard cover. It's just a real hard plastic cover. It's not like metal. It is a backpack, camera bag backpack. It did have a top like handle that you just, you know, just the tiny little thing. Well, one side was gone, so I just went ahead and clipped it off. Not gone, but came apart. So I just went ahead and clipped the other one off because, you know, most people aren't, you can carry it like this just as easily if you carried the little top handle. So it was an easy fix, I felt like. This is what it looks like if you have it on. I've actually sold one of these before and the lady was so happy with it. You can also take the camera stuff out of the inside and use this as a overnight bag, a suitcase that you can put on your back, and then it's still hard to keep your things if it's traveling in the car, but yet you can put it on your back, and there's a place even for a laptop on this. All right, so let's see. You saw the backpack straps. Back you have this little pouch pocket. Then you have this, that's what you can, if you have one of those rolling suitcases, you know, this can fit there on that, you know, wheeler or anything that you're wheeling. It can kind of fit over the handle, keeps it safe. Here you have on the sides, you have these little straps. You know, if you're gonna put like a tripod or something on the side, you can strap it tight here or whatever you need to put there. But so you've got a pocket here, probably for a tripod if I had to take a guess, that side. And then this is another little pocket here on that side. You have this bigger compartment here that has a double zip. It opens up and there is your padding and all your Velcro items to put around your camera. So all of these, this is strapped in right here, but you unstrap it, and then these are all little pieces. And you just put this however you want it around, however big your camera is. Okay, so it Velcros real good. But anyways, so like if your camera is going to take up this space, and you just put it around your camera, however big it is, and it just is kind of like a seat belt, kind of like a cushioned seat belt for it. Like I said, you can take the majority of this out and use this for just to take overnight bag somewhere if you wanted to use it like that. Then you have this back part that unzips. And this is where you would probably put a laptop. It is cushioned kind of in there for a laptop or something. So this is a really neat, like I said, I have sold one. This would be a $12 ship. If you added purses or whatever with it, it would still just be a $12 ship because it has to be in a pretty good size box. But so this is $30 with a $12 ship, $30. All right. So now we are into the clothing. This is the Cabi Take 2 Blue Floral Tank. This is a size small. I actually have a size medium that I kept in my closet. I wasn't sure if I wanted the small or medium. The medium or the small actually still fits me okay. I just, you guys know, I don't know what it is, but I like to have things just a little bit probably oversized. I'm 5'4", 140. I love the colors of this. It's got your little ruffled right here. It goes on down into being ruffled all the way down. It is fully buttoned, but honestly, it slips right over your head. You don't have to unbutton these every time you put it on. The small is even, you know, it gives me even some length. Okay. I really like the way the neck, I like the way it starts out here, but then it kind of goes up into a, what do they call that? Like a, where it ties in the back, but this does not tie in the back. But I think that this is a flattering style here at the neck, especially like for me at my age. I think this is a very flattering style neckline. I love it. I actually have a black tank, just not cabbie, but I think it's one of the most flattering things, and most of the times I don't think tanks are because I've got flabby arms, but I love this neckline. So for this cabbie size small, I'm asking $20 for it, and it is in like new condition. Like I said, it was mine and I ended up keeping the medium. All right, the next thing I have are these Chelsea and Violet. These are just a pair of rayon dress pants that I picked up when I was out thrifting for myself. I loved how light they were, especially for the summer. They're 100% rayon. I kind of felt like they looked like linen, but they weren't as rough as linen material, and they were still that sheer, not really sheer because you can't see anything underneath it, but they were just that lightweight flowy material that is perfect for summer. It's kind of got an elastic, it's made to look like it's a drawstring, or excuse me, like it does have a drawstring, but it's made to look like it's kind of a paper bag waist, but it's really elastic here, but you still can cinch it up with your drawstring and make it a little bit more drawstring or paper bag waisted. So the waistband makes it really nice. You know, it gives you a lot of opportunity. It can be smaller for a smaller paper bag look, or it can be a little bit more let out for an elastic, for a more looser look. So either way, which kind of fits a lot of body styles, which is one of the reasons I wanted it. And so I just thought, I haven't had it in my closet all last summer, all through the winter, didn't pull it out this summer, and I thought I'm getting rid of them. They are Chelsea and Violet, size medium. And I am asking $8 for these. Pretty good deal for a little nice pair of pants. All right, the next thing I have is this Victoria's Secret. This is a VSX sports bra. This was actually my daughter's. She doesn't really wear the, what would I call this? She wears sports bras, but she wears more of the all one color, solid colors. That's the word I'm looking for. Good grief. Solid colors. So she doesn't really wear the geographic. This is something that she just left here. Like, she left everything that she didn't, like, left it for me to deal with. So I came across this in one of the things I was finally getting around to going through, and I thought, okay, somebody could use this. There is your VSX for Victoria's Secret. There is your tags on the inside. VSX Sport. It is a size large. There's your Victoria's Secret right there, size large. So for this little Victoria's Secret, it's a kind of a black and white sports bra. I am asking $10. $10 for that. I also have a Brighton belt. This one is gorgeous. It is black. You've got croc embossed. Then it goes into the black, just smooth leather, and then croc embossed. So you've got a beautiful silver buckle, and there's really not any nicks on it. Then you've got this scroll work there, and then you've got this more of the silver details, hardware, more silver detail hardware here. The holes don't look like, maybe it was worn on that notch once, but that's about it that you can see. It is a Brighton size small. I mean, there's just nothing on this leather. It's in like new shape. I love finding Brighton belts like this. When I was looking this up, it actually said this was a vintage style. But so for this black Brighton size small belt, I am asking $15. $15. All right, and then I have 3 pairs of shoes. The first pair I have are these Michael Kors. They're a pink suede and rhinestone slip-on sneaker. Aren't they not cute? Got your Michael Kors right there. Got your Michael Kors on the back, which it has leather that runs right down through the back there. Here's the bottom. Got your Michael Kors MK there. They're pretty clean on the bottom. They are made in Vietnam, leather upper and rubber outsole. So, you know, of course, all this is leather, that the suede, and then it's the rubber sole. And these are size 7.5. Got your Michael Kors right there, Michael Kors. The insides are really pretty clean too. All of the rhinestones are there. It's not missing any rhinestones, which is very rare. So for these Michael Kors pink suede size 7.5 rhinestones, I am asking $25. $25. Then we have these Brighton beautiful blue loafers. Look at these loafers. Are they not absolutely gorgeous? They're like a blue metallic. You've got a black that runs there with the silver plates with the silver studs. The toes of these are wonderful. The heels, you can see where they were maybe worn a little bit. It's more or less dirt, dust, but you can see just a tiny bit. Otherwise, they show no signs of wear. I think these were called the Hazel, if I'm not mistaken. They are made in Brazil. Oh, Cass, C-A-S-S. They're Cass, sorry. They're made in Brazil. They are a size 8. Made in Brazil, size 8. Then that says Cass. That's the name of them. They are absolutely gorgeous. And they are, I mean, almost near perfect condition. I am asking $28 for these. $28. I think that's a steal for these shoes. They are gorgeous. They would be beautiful. You put a pair of black slacks on with this top and these blue shoes. Woo! And then I was really excited to find these Sam Edelman tan suede ballet flats in a size 10. It's hard to find that size sometimes, for me anyways. The suede was in near perfect condition. Tan suede in near perfect conditions, another thing that's very hard to find. You've got your Sam Edelman little diamonds on the back there. But they had stickers on both of the soles on the inside. When I took the stickers off, that came off and that came off. Which, you know, if you put sole, you know, a sole on the end here, it would be fine. But I mean, it would still be fine. You could still wear them like this. It does not change the integrity of the shoe, but just made me mad. So then, as I'm cleaning on them, I actually didn't do my thrifting research very well, and I found a little spot on right here. It's peeling a little bit on that side, and maybe a tiny bit on in there a little bit. I wasn't very happy. The bottoms of them are like they have not been worn that much. It must just be from storage, I guess. I don't know what makes that do that. Sam Edelman, I have had a couple of pairs of shoes. I've sold all of them. People still want them because they're, you know, marked lower price. Sam Edelman has a huge following, so they still want their Sam Edelman shoes. They get a good deal because they have some peeling inside, but when you're wearing them, no one ever sees that. So they still sell really well for me. I've sold some boots. I sold some Gladiator sandals. They still wanted them, and I marked them down well enough that they were willing to get that. So for these Sam Edelman ballet shoes, I'm asking $14. It's about half of what they're going for online, but I definitely think they deserve to be half price because of that, and then that little bit like on the inside. But like I said, if I put them online, if I put them in my stores, someone will buy these because everything else looks perfect, and they'll just put their foot in them or put some soles in them and wear them and have little great shoes. All right, so that is everything for today. I'm gonna hurry and get off here. Like I said, my son's coming in. I've got to still try to figure out sleeping arrangements with this air conditioner issue. But anyway, he actually is playing, and his band is playing here in Pawhuska tomorrow night. So tomorrow I go and work at the casino from 4:30 till they said about 9:30. So I'll come home, change clothes, and then be able to be down to watch him. I will be able to get down there about 10:30, and he'll play till about 1:30. I think they usually start about 10. I'll be a little bit late, but it's okay. I need to work to pay for the air conditioner, I guess. So anyway, so if you guys have a chance, say a little prayer for me. I'm struggling. This is kind of, I wasn't expecting this right now. So anyways, but it'll be all right. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. I just got to keep telling myself that. I'm thinking about Sunday evening. My purse sale is going to be 8 o'clock Saturday. Of course, you all are watching this. So on Sunday evening, I'm thinking about just doing a thrift haul. I have been really good and not thrifting this summer, trying to move merchandise that I already have. But my son is having physical therapy 3 days a week for 4 weeks before he goes to college on that finger. And of course, it's early in the morning, so lots of times I go with him, and it's some time for us before he leaves. And there's a Goodwill there. So where have I been all 3 days last week that we went for physical therapy? I've been at Goodwill, and one day I went to a little resale shop that I like to go to. Next week, I actually have a 3-day work conference, which, thank goodness, it's an extra stipend to go to this 3-day work conference, and I need it right now, so that'll help me a little bit too. I also have a blend box subscription. I also have a subscription box called the Blend Box that I open, do some PR for her, and I will have that to open at some point in time. I also have a Fun Box collab with several of my YouTube friends that will be on July 26th. I was actually going to film that this evening, but with my son coming in and all this other going on, I'm not going to get it filmed today. So, but anyways, I'm excited to see what's in that. I'm always up for a collab. And then on Sunday next weekend, I'm going to have, I'm going to be in the Back to School Dollar Tree collab. So I have got to go get my items for that. I always like to get some new things for my classroom when I do that, so it's kind of fun. And so I have two collabs coming up next weekend, and I'll throw my purse sale in there somewhere. I may do it early Saturday morning because our collab doesn't start until 1, I think, 1 o'clock. So I may do it early Saturday morning, get my purse sale out of the way, and then the collab can get started. I think that's what I'll do. So anyways, you guys, thank you for sharing a little bit of your time with me. I'm sorry I'm kind of a Debbie Downer. It seems like every time I started to film, something else came up, and I'm sorry. But I know we all have things in our lives, but we all keep muddling through, and that's what we have to do. But please, if you have seen anything that you would like to purchase, please send me an email. The shoes are $10 ships, but if you throw them in with purses, it's still just a flat $1 ship. The clothing items are all $5 ships. The belt, I will even do a $5 ship on that. So, you know, now if you got the belt and a couple of shirts, I'd probably kick it up to $7. So that just depends. But if you just get one of those items, it's definitely that. But if you start getting a couple more items, just the weight kind of goes up. It's not going to be much, but I'll have to see what that is. And but that's kind of how I measure those things. But like I said, I appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll be talking to y'all again real soon. Bye.